This is a new series on the channel, and I'm going to be changing the format. It is Braun Strowman wants a piece of The Undertaker. And the best way for Braun to get the piece of The Undertaker is Braun will challenge the past opponents of the Deadman before stepping in the ring against the icon himself. Before stepping in the ring against the Deadman, Braun Strowman wants a piece of the Deadman's past, and it starts with Jake the Snake Roberts. What the hell did we just see as far as a reversal is concerned from Jake the Snake Roberts? Braun Strowman is just throwing Jake Roberts around the ring. Hammer throw into the corner. It doesn't take much for Braun Strowman to cause a hammer throw. But he is just heaving Jake Roberts around the ring. Knocked the wind out of him. I think he could have bruised one of Jake's ribs with that right hand to the sternum. Into the corner they go, and a corner splash by Braun Strowman takes down Jake Roberts. Braun is trying to make short work of the WWE Hall of Famer. But Jake is fighting back. Jake is fighting back. I don't know how the hell Braun Strowman just got busted open, but Braun Strowman is busted open. This match just changed on a dime. Not only is Jake Roberts in control, but Braun Strowman is busted open, and the blood seems to be flowing freely from the forehead of the monster among men. Jake Roberts is like a shark that smells blood in the water. He's feasting on Strowman right now as Strowman gets sent into the barricade. Jake is not in control anymore as Strowman, follow-away slam again, takes down Jake Roberts. Big right takes him down. There has been some people that say that Braun Strowman, though he is the monster, he doesn't act like a monster. But this series is going to be what shows what Braun Strowman could be like if he was a monster. But Jake Roberts is taking it to him. Jake Roberts is no slouch. Jake Roberts is no one to be taken lightly. He was The Undertaker's second test. His first test being Jimmy Superfly Snuka. But I think Jake Roberts, in effect, was the one who gave Undertaker a little bit more credibility when he beat Jake Roberts. Think about how Taker beat Hulk Hogan in 1991. He beat Jake Roberts first. Jake has taken it to Strowman. Strowman runs through Jake Roberts. Strowman runs through Jake Roberts. He's about to put him through the ring with this Yokosuka cutter. I think Jake blocked Strowman. He blocked Strowman from going for Strowman's power slam. Jake rolls it over. Quick kick out from Jake the Snake Roberts. From Braun Strowman. Strowman has got to get himself back in control of the matchup because right now Jake Roberts has all the control in the world. And you can't let the Snake have complete control, because if the Snake has complete control, then the fact of the matter is, you will lose, because Jake, again, is no slouch. Strowman is showing that he can keep up with Jake the Snake Roberts. Jake with a running bulldog takes down Strowman. Strowman, inside cradle, uncharacteristic, and a sight I want to 100% believe you would only see in a WWE video game. There is no freaking way I believe Braun Strowman would ever do an inside cradle in real life. Jake gets blocked. Strowman lays in the right hand. Follow-away slam sends Jake almost outside the ring. Too close to the ropes. He would have sent Jake into the barrier. A little closer, he would have sent Jake into the third row. Alley-oop by Braun Strowman takes Jake up and out of the corner. Nerve hold. Nerve hold by Braun Strowman. Shades of Andre the Giant with that one. Jake gets rocked. Jake gets heaved from one side of the ring to the other. Braun is showing why he is. Jake drops him with a DDT. When he reversed him the last time, that's what caused Strowman to get a cut on the left side of his forehead. And for the blood to start flowing freely. But Jake goes for an elbow. Uncharacteristic of Jake Roberts to go off the top roping. And now he gets set to head over heels into the barricade. Power slam, a variation of a power slam by Braun Strowman, takes down Jake the Snake. This match has no time limit, but Jake the Snake just got steamrolled by Braun Strowman. Braun, he's got Jake up. Power slam, but this might be, yes it is. It's too close to the ropes. Jake got saved. Jake got saved. Strowman is he's just treating Jake the Snake like a bug. If the first shot to the ribs didn't cause internal bleeding, the second shot has got to cause internal bleeding. Jake blocks Strowman. Jake blocks Strowman. Vintage Jake Roberts, short arm clothesline. Is Jake gonna measure him? It's time for the DDT. Down goes Strowman. DDT by Jake. Jake pulls Strowman away from the ropes to prevent the rope break. Lateral press. Strowman kicks out. Strowman kicks out. In a sight you'd only see in a WWE video game, because nobody no-sells the DDT, especially when Jake the Snake is the one that does it. Jake doing his maniacal laugh. Strowman. Jake takes down Strowman. I think it was just experience. Like it was like the internal clock from Braun Strowman. It was the internal clock from Braun Strowman just sitting there saying, he's not going to let it happen. He's not going to let it happen. He's not going to lose. But the fact of the matter is, the first block, the first barrier from getting to the Undertaker, Braun Strowman has faltered. Braun Strowman failed to conquer Jake the Snake. But now, the question is, who's going to go for Jake the Snake next? Because Jake the Snake is still, if somebody wants the Undertaker, now you got to conquer Jake first. My question is, who's next? With that being said, though, that is it from me, and I will see you in the next one. Apparently next in line to try and conquer the Deadman, it is the Ultimate Warrior. And what an opportunity for referee John Cone to step back in time and referee the match between Jake the Snake Roberts and the Ultimate Warrior. Jake Roberts already conquered Braun Strowman in a shocking affair that Jake Roberts was able to conquer the monster among men, but will the Warrior, with the power of all his little warriors, be able to end Jake the Snake Roberts and march his way another step closer to challenging the Deadman? I think with the power of the Warrior, the Ultimate Warrior might be the one to be able to do it. Let her press, but Jake kicks out. Jake sidesteps him. Warrior blocks him. Jake blocks him. Irish whip into the corner goes Warrior. Jake gets sidestepped by the Warrior. And now Warrior is taking it to Jake the Snake. And a bail out of the corner by the Warrior. Jake rolls out of the ring. He peppers himself out of the ring. Warrior just running the ropes, getting some unused energy out. Facebuster by the Warrior. Jake pops back up. Jake gets blocked by the Warrior. Facebuster again. Is Jake going to pop back up this time? No. Warrior's going for a lateral press instead. Quick kick out. This is, like I said in the first one, this is a series where the ultimate prize, the final boss, is The Undertaker. But to get to The Undertaker, you have to beat his former rivals, like Jake the Snake Roberts, like his brother, Kane. It's almost like those story modes from the past. And the difference is, these videos are going to be together. So it's also going to lead to some longer form content. Jake the Snake with a lateral press. First lateral press of the matchup. In my opinion, I think, and somebody could disagree, but I think that if Jake the Snake gets the victory here against the Warrior, maybe Jake the Snake should be the one to move a little bit further up the totem pole for the opportunity to challenge The Undertaker one more time. Variation of the world's strongest slam by the Warrior. He is unquestionably attacking the ribs, shooting for shortness of breath, shooting it to take down the energy of Jake the Snake Roberts, is the Ultimate Warrior. Warrior and Jake are on the outside. Hangman's choke slam, but Jake's going for the eyes. Jake's going for the eyes of the Warrior. Warrior pops back up. Short arm clothesline. It's not as snug as Jake Roberts does it, but it's still effective. Back into the ring. Jake changes his mind. And Jake reverses him, sending Warrior back into the ring instead. Jake takes his time, but the Warrior has no patience for it. Beals him over the top rope, sends him back into the ring the hard way. Vertical suplex by the Warrior. He just beals him back up, just to knock him back down. I will admit, for lack of a better word, the Warrior, number one, just showed more agility in this game, in this one match, than he showed in his entire career in WWE. I will admit, without a shadow of a doubt, I am not a fan of the Ultimate Warrior. Never have been, never will be. But small package, Jake Roberts with the inside cradle, lateral press. I am much more of a fan of Jake the Snake Roberts than the Ultimate Warrior, because Warrior was, they say not to talk ill of the dead unless it was true, but at this time Warrior was a dick and acted like it. He acted like he was the biggest star in the company when he wasn't, because when he took the totem, business went down because he wasn't Hulk Hogan. It is a 15-minute time limit, though. And to say, I do think, for lack of a better word, Warrior versus The Undertaker would draw a crowd because that is a match we never got to see. Outside of I think on house shows during this particular time, as Jake goes to the eyes again. Jake went to the eyes again of the Warrior. But I will say it is a match we never got to see on the grandest stage. Gutbuster takedown of Jake the Snake Roberts. Warrior pressing Jake above his head. You know what comes next. But Jake gets up before the Warrior can go for the big splash. Jake gets up before Warrior can go for the big splash. Jake has taken it back to the Warrior. Jake is not going to go down without a fight. Jake. DDT from out of nowhere. DDT from out of nowhere, but Jake can't follow up. Jake can't follow up. He can't hook the leg. And Jake, because he couldn't hook the leg, because of the damage he sustained from the Warrior, because of how much this match has taken out of him, Jake couldn't go and put more weight on the lateral press. That's why the Warrior was able to get out of it so easily and get out of it at the count of one. Warrior rolls himself to the corner. Warrior fights out of the corner. Jake blocks him. Jake, he's just moving like a butterfly, stinging like a bee. Big back body drop by Jake the Snake. I gotta say, Jake is showing why he was one of the best of the time in the 1980s. Lateral press. Jake fought out of it. Jake fought out of it. Again, I think Warrior was looking for the big splash, but Jake blocked him. Drop down. Jake gets blocked again. Double axe handle. Gutbuster. Rib breaker by the Ultimate Warrior. Takes down Jake the Snake. Free falling is Jake the Snake Roberts. Big splash by the Warrior. Lateral press. This has got to be it. And it is. Jake goes down to the Warrior. The power of the Ultimate Warrior was enough. The power of the Warrior was enough. The Warrior gets the 1, 2, 3, and the Warrior moves a step closer to the final boss. A step closer to The Undertaker. With that being said, if you want to see more content just like this, there's only one place for it, and that is right here at Wrestling Express, so like and subscribe. But with that being said, I'm done for the day, and I will see you in the next one.